going on, guys? Phil here at Purdius Prime, and we're bringing you another Dystopian Wars battle report. This time we're playing at 1500 points, and I'm going to give you a list rundown right now, doing my Covenant versus Zach's Russians over there. So running a unit of 2 Keplers, a unit of 3 Cleomedes, a Purdius, 2 Fresnels, 3 Thales. I'm proxying the Diogenes today for some Thales. They're the same width and a little shorter, but in a friendly game, Zach's not minded so much. I just need to get some more of these. So I've got 3 Thales, 3 Thales, and 4 Thales. I've got the Prometheus with target painter, and that's it, no shield upgrade. I've got a Theta Squadron with a Fresnel and 2 Platos, and I've got 10 small flyers, 20 small flyers, sorry, 10 that come normal and 5 each for the Keplers. So we'll go over to Zach's list. So Zach's 1500 points of Russians, what have you got?
I have 2 squadrons of Rostov destroyers, a squadron of Novgorod frigates, a Pevek squadron, which is 2 cruisers and a single gunship, a squadron of 3 Pesets, 1 Dread, and 2 Tunguskas.
Awesome.
We're both with the tiny flyer upgrades to give me a grand total of 20 tiny flyers.
Very nice. I'm honestly very scared. We've not set up yet, but this is the terrain on the table so far. And we'll be back with the deployment. So we are deployed. I've got tiny flyers there, Keplers, 2 squad tiny flyers there, my Fresnels, some more tiny flyers, Thales, Prometheus, my Theta Squadron, my Purdius, my Cleomedes are there, my Thales are there, and my knocked the tree over. There it is. Oh no! And more Thales there. I did have the points to add another Thales, and I forgot to mention it before, but there they are. I'm going to go around the table, have a look at Zach's. You've
hiding behind the mountain.
You are hiding.
I have my destroyers, my subs, everything else.
Everything else is...
And then a tiny little outflanking force of crew destroyers, which are probably going to die.
A block of death, and that is the table. So looking good. Right, Zach, do you want to hold up your objective for the viewers to see? Zach, can you just check that?
Bring it closer.
Yeah? So that's Zach's secret objective. My secret objective is that. So let's see what happens. Right, we'll be back with a recap at the end of turn 1. So we are back at the end of turn 1, and it's been a fairly interesting turn 1. A lot of movement, but a few things have died. That's the state of the table at the moment. My destroyers, or the destroyers that were there, took a few shots at the Dread and completely pinged. My Fresnels, those 2 there, they killed 2 of the destroyers and put half the other 2. The Thales that are now, well, were there, finished them off. That fly over there killed 2 of the Thales, and they passed their disorder check. And the Prometheus took another 2 hull points out of the flyer over there. Now it's been relatively interesting. I literally lost 2 Thales, and Zach's lost a squad of destroyers and 4 hull points off of that, and lost a couple of guys. One of the crit effects was half guns, but he repaired that. And that's it, but he's getting really close to me now, and I'm getting a little worried because Russians are very scary at close range. So we'll see you at the end of turn 2. So, end of turn 2, and this is how the table looks.
Blue ones? Yes.
That side is pretty much empty. You've got Zach swinging some ships around there. I've got a nice cluster here. Things that have died. The gunship did 1 crit to my Clio there. The crit happened to be a 6/6 and teleported onto the rock and completely destroyed it. Broadsides killed 1 Thales, that was around there. Tiny flyers that were here managed to finish off his battleship. My Thalie squad killed a cruiser over there.
Being here
My
is just not a good idea.
Zach's frigates over there finished off my Thalies. So next activation is going to be really critical. I want to kill that flying battleship right there. So we'll see you at the end of turn 3. So we are at the end of turn 3, and this is what the battlefield looks like. So Lots has died. We just tallied up points, and I did beat Zach on points, but I didn't get my 70% objective, and Zach didn't get 50% and kill my large. He did a single hull point to my large, which wasn't quite enough. One big thing that did happen is that he had a squad of destroyers here. I had he tried to block me off. I had a Thales. I ran into him. Got my where's the card? Did discard and got the max amount. So I got 6 damage rating, impact rating, and just destroyed all of them, which was absolutely awesome. That's Zach's dead pile over there. My dead pile is in there. So I killed a lot more than you, Zach, didn't I?
Yeah.
It was very interesting. My Prometheus killed one of your sub, even though it was on half guns. Your destroyers just did a point of damage to the Prometheus, which wasn't too bad. And that was really it. It was a really good game. I thought I was going to be on the back foot because Zach took a really nasty list, so he told me. And I don't think my list was that strong, but it actually did pretty well. These are super tough, pumping out 10 dice each from rangeman 4. He can pump out a lot of dice as well, even with gunnery. And my torpedoes, I brought them back, 2 squads of 5 there, and managed to take out a cruiser as well. So all in all, a very good game, but sadly for me, a draw. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.